Can you see the blue screen? Okay. So we have here this topic for today is all about polynomial functions. So in our previous discussion, we had polynomial equations and inequalities already. So we're going to discuss leading term, leading coefficient, and the degree of a polynomial. And somehow this includes as well our standard form of polynomial functions. So if na-master na to ninyo sa ato ang polynomial equations before in getting these leading term, coefficient, degree of polynomial, then this one is very easy for you na lang. Kay same-same raman sila. Now, we have here our polynomial function. So, a polynomial function is a function of the form of p of x is equals to a sub n x raised to the power of n plus a sub n minus 1 x raised to the power of n minus 1 plus a sub n minus 2 x n raised to the power of negative n minus 2 plus so on, and then plus a sub 1 x plus a sub 0, in which our a sub n should not be equal to 0. So, unsa na yung mga a sub n x raised to the power of n, teacher? So, you have there your n is a non-negative integer. Kana tanang n ni mo diha, non-negative integer na siya dapat. Meaning to say positive. So, your a sub 0, a sub 1, and then a sub n are real numbers called coefficients. Kanimuhang a sub n minus 1, and this one, that is your coefficients. And we know that coefficients are real numbers. And then you have there your a sub n x raised to the power of n. This one, makita ninyo as your first term, we call that one as our leading term. Okay? Leading term na siya. And then you have there your a sub n, this one. This is our leading coefficients or leading coefficient. Kay usara man siya kabuok. And then your a sub 0 is the constant term. So, ang inyuhang kinalasan, or shall we say number lang or coefficient lang, no variable. Okay? So, that is a polynomial function. So, if you can see, class, ang na-change ragid niya sa ato ang polynomial equation is that ang polynomial equation is equal to 0. Well, here we are using p of x. Okay? P of x. Now, we have here, again, the polynomial function, and it has other notations. The first one here is we have p of x. So, kung sa to ang first given that is p of x, pwede po siyang masuwat as f of x. That is still a function. Okay? Polynomial function gihapon siya. And then, you can also use y. Okay? You can also use y. So, kana sila class kanang tulo, these are some knowns or commons when it comes to polynomial functions. Okay? So, ayaw mo kalibog, nganong nain ani usahay, nganong naingon ani usahay, nganong nain ani. The same ra na sila og meaning. Okay? But, be consistent lang if kung unsay mong gigamit sa imuhang pagsuwat pa lang sa babaw, inikaabot nimo sa imong solution sa kinaubsan, mao lang gyapon imong gamiton. Like, for example, p of x. P of x lang gyapon imong gamiton. Di na sad ka mag-change nga p of x and then f of x and then y. Okay? So, consistent lang ta. And we have here our example. P of x is equals to 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x minus 5. So we can read or we can write that one with p of x is equals to 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x minus 5. Or, pwede siyang y is equals to 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x minus 5. Okay, so far, do you have any questions about polynomial functions and their notations? Sige daw. questions so far? Okay, none, Ra. Now, let's go to our example here. We have, mano siyang katong ganina, p of x is equals to 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x minus 5. So, if we are having our powers decreasing of x, then the polynomial is in standard form. So, when we say decreasing, so gikan sa pinakadako hantud sa pinakagamay ihang power. So, when we say power, that is your exponent. And as you can see here, from 3, 2, and then 1 or non-existent na 1, and then constant. So, that is your standard form. Diba? Same lang gihapon siya sa tuang polynomial equation. So, that is your standard form. So, imo lang yung i-arrange ang iyahang exponent from highest to lowest. And how do we know kung polynomial function ba siya or dili? So, the variable has no or not negative exponent. Okay? Polynomial function siya basta ang variable kay walay negative exponent. Okay? So, dapat positive exponent lang ta dira. Mo na siya polynomial function. Kung negative exponent class, it's not a polynomial function. Okay? And then you have there the variable has no fractional exponent. So when we say fractional exponent, you have there 1/2, 3/4, and so on. 1/3. Kung yung exponent is fraction, dili na siya polynomial function. Okay? So you have to remember this one. Now, let's have the next, which is inside the radical symbol. So, kung ang variable gani kay na ay radical symbol or naa siya sulod sa square root or cube root, then it's not a polynomial function. Like, for example, you have 2 square root of x cube, dili na siya polynomial function. And then for the last one, you have there the variable has no or has not in the denominator. So, dili siya pwede nga naakay denominator nga variable. So, like for example, you have 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 7x over 5, minus 5 and then over x sa ubos. Dili na siya polynomial function. Okay? So, you have to know these restrictions kay basin mag-solve mo niya ang inyong given di ay kay dili day siya polynomial function. Okay? So, you have to be familiar with this one. Okay? So far, do you have any questions? For this standard form and restrictions. Okay. Now, this time is we are going to write the given polynomial functions in standard form. So, I want everyone to cooperate in the chat, in giving the standard form for this. So, let's start with this one. F of x is equals to 4x cubed minus 16x minus 4 plus x raised to the power of 4 minus x squared. Sige, arrange the exponent from highest to lowest. Okay, natay answer sa chat. F of x is equals to x raised to the power of 4 plus 4x raised to the power of 3 minus x squared minus 16x minus 4. We have as well from Herona and Scaro. Okay, and your answers are correct. Okay, so remember class, if we are going to change your polynomial function into a standard form, you have to, you have to look at their signs. So kung unsay hang sign, mao sa dato ang inika-move na to, mao sa datong dadon. Like for example here, x raised to the power of 4, that is positive. So positive po siya. Here, 4x cubed, positive po diyahang sign. Then we have here negative x squared, so negative x squared. The negative 16x, that is also negative 16x, and then minus 4. Okay, so that is our answer for letter A. Sige, questions for letter A. Okay, none. Now let's go to the next example class. Y is equals to 1 over 6 x raised to the power of 4 minus x squared plus 5x raised to the power of 5 plus 7x raised to the power of 3 minus 5. Okay. Nagkuan pa, nag-arrange pa. Okay. We have from Galarpe and Abapo. 5x raised to the power of 5 plus na ay fraction 1 over 6x raised to the power of 4 plus 7x raised to the power of 3 minus x squared plus 0 na siya. 0 minus 5. Okay. Nagbutang siya 0 for katong missing term di ay. Okay. So, we have here our answer class. Mano siya. Y is equals to 5x raised to the power of 5 plus 16x raised to the power of 4 plus 7x raised to the power of 3 minus x squared minus 5. So, if we're going to arrange in standard form class, it's okay na to put the missing term. Okay, pwede ra dili siya butangan og 0. Or ayaw na lang jud siya butangi og 0. Katong sa 0 class is, we're going to use that one if mag-synthetic division ta. Okay? So, very good. At least nagyapoy ni participate. Okay, so now let's go to number or letter C. We have this one. P of x is equals to 3x plus 5, quantity x plus 1. So what we're going to do here, class, it's in factor form man. Sige. What are we going to do with this? Quantity 3x plus 5 and then quantity x plus 1. Okay, i-foil siya. Very good. So, ato sa ni siya i-foil method class. So, we are going to use the first outer and then inner and then the last. So I have here already the answer. So for the first, you have 3 times x, that is 3x squared. 3 times 1, that is 3x. 5 times x, that is 5x. 5 times 1, that is 5. And then we're going to combine like terms. So 3x plus 5x, that is 8x. Then you are going to arrange the yun, but since arrange naman na siya daan, basta mag FOIL method ka, so you have there 3x squared plus 8x plus 5 is your standard form. Okay? So, kay dili man ni nato siya mahibawan kung unsay exponent if dili nato siya i-FOIL method. So, we need to FOIL method this one and then makuha na tayo ni mo imong standard form. Questions, clarifications. Wala ra? Goods ra? Okay, very good. Now, this time is we're going to complete the table below. And this table consists of polynomial function, leading term, leading coefficient, degree, and the type. So you have an idea naman with this one, diba? So we have here our first polynomial function. Y is equals to x squared plus x raised to the power of 4 plus 3x raised to the power of 6 plus x raised to the power of 5 plus 10. So what are we going to do with this first, class? In order for us to get leading term, leading coefficient, degree, and type. Okay, very good. Rearrange or change into standard form. So our standard form here, class, we have y is equals to 3x raised to the power of 6 plus x raised to the power of 5 plus x raised to the power of 4 plus x squared plus 10. So now, the question, what is our leading term? Okay, very good. That is 3x raised to the power of 6. Remember, we're asking for leading term, so apil ang coefficient, apil ang variable. Okay? Now, how about for our leading coefficient? Coefficient. Okay, very good. That is 3. So, coefficient, class, remember, coefficient numbers, variable kay letters. How about our degree? Okay. That is 6. And then our type is, mao to siya ang 6-degree polynomial. Okay? Very good. Now, let's go to our next example. F of x is equals to 2x quantity x plus 8. So, sa itong buhaton ani, class? Need to distribute, right? To get our standard form. So, from 2x quantity x plus 8, nahimo siyag 2x squared plus 16x. So, what is our leading term? 2x squared. Leading coefficient, 2. Degree, 2 gihapon. Type, quadratic. Very good. Now, for our next one, next example, P of x is equals to quantity 3x plus 5, quantity x plus 1. So, if familiar mo ni siya tong example ganina. So, i-change gyapon nato siya into standard form. So, we have here, P of x is equals to 3x squared plus 8x plus 5. What is the leading term, class? 3x squared. Leading coefficient, 3. Degree, that is 2. Type, quadratic gihapon. Very good. Now, let's go to the next one. We have here y is equals to 4x cubed minus 16x minus 4 plus x raised to the power of 4 minus x squared. So change into standard form. So we have y is equals to x raised to the power of 4 plus 4x raised to the power of 3 minus x squared minus 16x minus 4. What is our leading coefficient? X raised to the power of 4. Leading term dito siya. And then leading coefficient, that is 1. Very good. And then degree is 4. And then our type, that is quartic. Very good. Now, down to the last example class, we have f of x is equals to quantity a plus 4, quantity a squared minus 4a plus 16. So, unsa gani ni siya class kung sa factoring pa ni siya? Diba, kuan man ni siya, since natay binomial and then this one is trinomial, so this is a result of sum of two cubes. Diba? So, for your answer here, you can have a cubed plus 64. So, pwede ra po mo i-FOIL method or pwede ra po ka magamit sa atong factoring nga method. So, you have there, what is our leading term? A raised to the power of 3. Leading coefficient, that is 1. And then degree, that is 3. And then our type is cubic. Very good. So we're already done with completing the table in which we find our leading term, leading coefficient, degree, and type. Diba class, same ra siya sa polynomial function. And actually, wala na akong na-change ang kanisiya. Function na siya supposedly. Okay, questions? Clarifications? Wala ra. Very good. Now, this time class is, di ba naghatag ko ninyo restrictions ganina. So, those restrictions will be applicable here. So, you're going to identify if it is polynomial or not, or polynomial function or not. Okay? So, let's begin with the first one. We have here, y is equals to negative x squared minus 9x raised to the power of 4 minus 4 raised to the power, x raised to the power of 3. You can put pf or n na lang. Para short na lang siya. I-identify ninyo, polynomial function or dili. Okay, we have from Galarpe, pf. How about the others? Manawag ka kuno kaning wala kayo nagkuan. Para po na sila points ba? Okay, natin answer diri nga PF. Sige, later na lang ha. I-off na ko ang chat. Para mag-answer po ding uban. Kay silent night kaayo ang uban. Basin nakatog na ba? Okay. So, the correct answer there is polynomial function. Very good. Now, this time, let's go to number 2. We have there 1 over x cubed plus x squared plus 4. Sige, alcohol, na-left man ang uban. Okay. Let's have Aureliano. Ayaw mag-left class. Sige, kaya naghatag mong good points sa mga ni-participate and then balik-balik lang nasa chat kung kinsa to sila. Sige, Aureliano.
PF, Chair.
PF. Okay. So, doro may choices, no? So, dili ta makakuan og second nga. Okay. Pero sige. PF ang answer ni Aureliano. How about the others? You can put your answer sa chat. Okay, Nay N. Nay N. Dahil lang mga answer. Okay. And actually, it's not. So, nga naman, di ba, naman tayo 1 over x raised to the power of 3. Di ba naman to sa restriction ganina nga you should not have your variable as denominator. So, not siya. Okay? Sige. Okay lang na, Cheryl, yan. It's a nice try. Now, let's go to number 3. We have y is equals to 2x plus 3x squared minus x cubed. X negative x raised to the power of negative 3 plus 5. So, from 29, nahin mo na ng tag 23. Ang sama nila, Kuya 1. Okay, sige. Let's have, wala, 22 na lang yun. Okay, sige. Let's have 21. Sige. Tomorrow.
PF, sure.
PF. Okay, sige. How about the others? What are your answers? Okay, mix na PF na N. Okay. So, mix ang answer. Actually, the answer here is not. Okay, who can give me nganong not siya? Okay, very good. Kaya na may negative iyang exponent. Basta nagay kay negative exponent class, dili na na siya, kuan. Dili na na siya polynomial function. Okay. Now, let's go to number 4. F of x is equals to x raised to the power of 1/2. And then we have minus x raised to the power of 5 plus 10. Sige, can I have horomat?
Not sure.
Okay, not. And that is correct. Very good. Nganong not man horomat? Very good.
Na ay kanang fraction yung
Okay.
variable.
Okay. Na fraction ihang variable or ihang exponent. Okay, now let's go to, ay, nagawas di itanan. Okay. So, we have here more examples for polynomial function or not. Y is equals to 3x raised to the power of square root of 2 minus square root of 3x squared minus 9x minus 2. That is not because na siya exponent nga naa sa radical symbol. So, kaniday class, if ever mo na inyo ang, for example, ang given dito is square root of 3 ra siya. Square root of 3 and then wala na apil ang x squared. That is still polynomial function. Okay? Remember kay, duha mo gud na siya, di ba, ang square root man jud is ana. Like na extension sa babaw, pero ang sa Google slide mo gud kay wala. So, if ever kanina mo'y makita nga, for example, square root of 3 ra jud siya, and then ang x squared kay wala na apil sa bar sa babaw, that is still a polynomial function. As long as dili ang variable ang na square root. Okay? Or ang exponent ang na square root. Nasabtan? Okay? Sige. Now, let's go to the next one. F of x is equals to negative 1 plus 2x plus 4x squared. That is polynomial function. And then we have y is equals to negative 144x. That is still polynomial function. And then we have f of x is equals to x squared plus 25 plus 10. And then 10x over x plus 1, that is not a polynomial function. Okay, so questions for polynomial function or not? Pasudlan natin yung uban classmate class nga ng left. Sa nahadlok pa sila ni. Okay, questions, clarifications, violent reactions. So inyong hinumduman ra gyud is katurang upat ka buok. Negative exponent, fractional exponent, variable in a square root, and then you have there your denominator kay nasa variable. Or nasa denominator ang variable. Okay, wala right questions? Goods ra? Okay, dokie. Hello, madunggan pa ba ko?
Yes, Chair. Madunggan
Okay.
na, Chair.
Sige.
Naka-off ra imong chat maong wala guri maka-respond.
Okay, okay. Sige. So now class, since you don't have any questions for polynomial function, now let's move on with our next nga topic. So we have here writing polynomial function in factored form. So kung ganina, we have some factored form and then gi-change na to siya into standard form. This time is we're going to write polynomial function in factored form. So here in our factored form class, we should have a knowledge about special products and our factoring. Okay? So we have here our types of special products. So dili lang kay nako siya um i-explain further because this is your lesson when you were in grade 8 mansad. So you have there our types of special products, if you can still remember, square of binomial, product and sum, a product of sum and difference of two terms. We have square of trinomial, product of binomials, and product of binomial and trinomial. So these are their kasi pa ano eh, kananyuhang guide para mas dali ninyong ma-identify kung ano yung A, B, and then substitute na lang mo. Okay, so you can use this one and then you have there your examples as well. So you can now kanang remember this one if naka-discuss ba yung teacher about aning special products? Yes or no? Or maybe nakalimot na lang sad mo. Grade 8 pa man to siya. Face-to-face time. Okay, so yes. From Galarpe. So you have there, these special products are very important since mag-factored form man ta class. So ang given ani kay ani siya which is function and then inyo siyang himuon og factored form. So you have to be familiarized kung unsay mga negative, positive, and then unsay ihang factored form nga forma. Okay? And then we have to have as well our factoring polynomials. So our factoring polynomials is actually na-discuss na to siya previous weeks. So you have there form man to kabok, diba? And that is also your performance task. We have factoring out the greatest common factor or common monomial factor. We have the special factoring, difference of two squares, sum of two cubes, and difference of two cubes. And then the next one is factoring perfect square trinomials. And the last one is factoring general trinomials. So, if nakuan lang yun ni nato, nasabtan lang yun ni nato siya, then goods jud kayo ang pag-change this sa imuhang polynomial function into factored form. So, natay mga examples diri, pwede ninyong ma-restudyhan if ever nakalimot para naamoy guide. Okay? Now, here, class, we have some examples. So, we are going to write the polynomial functions in factored form. So the first given is y is equals to 4x squared minus 81. So by looking at this class, unsa kaha nga special product ba or factoring atong magamit ani? Unsa nga type of special product or factoring atong magamit ani? You have there 4x squared minus 81 man. Sige, anyone? Square of a binomial. Okay. Which is yes, square of a binomial. Or somehow, we can also have specifically, unsa man ni siya class, ang 4 og 8 nimo, or 8, 81, are there, or are they
Perfect square,
perfect
sir.
square? Okay, very good. Perfect square. So, both perfect square man sila, and then, you can see that is, kuan man, difference, or subtraction ang ato ang, kuan dere, operation. So, unsa kaha siya? The difference of two terms. Okay. Close
Difference
na siya.
of two squares.
Very good. Difference of two squares. So you can use there the difference of two squares since your 4 and your 81 are perfect square trinomial man. And then you have there negative, and then these are binomial ra. So you can use that one. So pwede na tong gamiton na to ang katong guide. So ato sa siyang i-square root. So, square root na tong 4x squared, that is 2x, and then you have their squared. And then here, square root na tong 81, that is 9. And then, we are going to as if that this is our x, and then this is our y. So, unsa ganito ang expanded form sa ato ang difference of two squares sa factoring? Diba, mauman ni siya? X plus y, quantity x minus y. Okay, very good. So, nanadito yung mga answer dito. So, we have there y is equals to 2, quantity 2x plus 9, quantity 2x minus 9. So, ato raman na siyang i-as if, di ba, ningon tang, kaning 2x na to mo ni siya tong x. And then, kaning 9 na to mo ni siya tong y. So, ato na siya ipang substitute. You have there x, so that is 2x, and then plus y, so y na to is 9. And then, here na sad x, that is 2x, and then minus, and then your y is 9. So, this is now your factored form. From y is equals to 2x squared, 4x squared minus 81, nahimo siya y is equals to 2x plus 9, quantity 2x minus 9. Okay, questions for our first example? None. Okay, very good. Now, let's go to the next example. We have here y is equals to 8b cubed plus 27c cubed. So, unsa man ato ang magamit ani nga factoring method or special product? You have there cube, and then this one is cube. Okay, we have, and then we have plus. So, naata, magamit na to ang sum of two cubes. Very good. So, since we have here the sum of two cubes, so we can write that one as like this. So, you have there, i-cube root nimo ang 8 class pila. Diba, that is 2. And then, cube root sa b cube, that is b. Then, you have there, plus na siya class ha, nasayop na siya. So, plus, and then here, cube root of 27, that is 3, and then you have their cube root of your c, that is, c cube, that is c. So, you will have there, mag-assign na sa tag values. So, your 2b will be your x, and then your 3c will be your y. So, unsa may expanded form sa ato ang sum of 2 cubes class? Okay, so nanatay answer dire, di ba mao ni siya? So, mama ni siya akong kuan ninyo class no, familiarize. Mao to siyang naghimo tag performance task para ma-practice. So, you have there quantity of x plus y, quantity x squared minus xy plus y squared. Mao man ni siya. Dali ra kay nato siyang makuan gyud, ma-factor basta kahibaw ta unsay ihang forma. So, since mao naman ni atong x and then mao ni siya tong y, substitute na lang ta. So, your x, that is 2b, and then your y is 3c, and then you have their x squared. So, di ba mama ni atong x? So, atong squared siya. So, you have their 2b squared, so that is 4b squared. And then minus x times y, so multiply 2 times 3, 6, and then b times c, so bc. Plus y squared, that is 3c, so 3c squared, that is 9c squared. So, this is now your answer. And naa na po'y answer si Ruth sa ato ang chat. Very good. So, na-apply ra na to atong factoring nga lesson last week. Question so far for given number 2. Okay. So, from function, gihatag na to into factored form. Sige, very good. Now, this time is, kanina sadta, we have y, kuha naman to siya kanina, cubes o squared, no? So, here, we have y is equals to 16x squared plus 72x plus 81. Sige, unsa nga factoring method atong magamit ani class? Trinomial naman ni siya, kay tulo naman iyahang kuan terms. So, meaning to say, ang ma-apply ra nato ato is, it could be ang general trinomial or perfect square trinomial. So, asa man ani niya? Ma-apply ba nato ang perfect square trinomial? Di ba kung perfect square trinomial, ang first term ug ang last term atong tan-awon? Ma-apply siya, dili. Okay, yes, very good. Now, unsa ganito ang ato ang factored form sa ato ang perfect square trinomial? Unsay result niya? Diba, kuan man to class, mo ni siya, x plus y squared. Or shall we say we have the binomial of the same nga factor. So you have there x plus y or x plus y times x plus y. So mo ni ang result class kung ato ni siyang i-factor. So now this time class para ma-identify na to, di ba kaningon raman ta nga tong ang atoang kwan ani, ang atoang x ani is ang first term nimo, square root ra nimo siya kay perfect square man ni siya. And then ay mohang 81 perfect square pod siya. Mao ra na siya imong square root and then i-substitute ra na nimo sa imong x ug y. So kung ato na siyang i-check class, yes, we have here 4 plus 4x girl, 4x plus 9. So you have there, kung ato siyang i-check class, i-substitute ra nato 4x and then squared. Sa ato na siyang gipang kuanha, gipang square root. And then plus, so imuhang xy diha sa tunga, that is 4x and then 9. Imuhang y kay square root of 81, that is 9 man. And then your 9 squared, your y squared. So kung ato na siyang i-check, kung sakto ba ang nasa imuhang center. So 2 times 4, that is 8. Times 9, that is 72x. So, sakto siya. So, meaning to say, you can write your factored form as 4x plus 9 squared. Or kung it's okay na nga dili i-check class ha, ang ako dili is ako lang gipakita. Okay? So, kung kabaw lang yun ka, unsa nga pattern na itong gamiton, dali na lang kayo mo siya ma-factor. Okay? So, your answer there is y is equals to 4x plus 9 squared. Questions? Wala. Now, let's go to the next example. Y is equals to 25m squared minus 20mn plus 4n squared. Unsa atong ma-apply diri class? Since kani siya, dali raman siya nato ma-identify because all positive. How about kani siya? Okay. So, nana na siya changes class since kuan naman siya, negative man ang middle term and then positive ang first term. 5m joke. Okay, so same lang yapon sa ato ang gibuhat ganina, but this time x minus y squared na siya class because negative naman atong middle term. So same process ng yapon, imuhang x kay first term. So imo siyang i-square root and then last term nimo is imo pong i-square root. So we will have this one as our answer. So x na to square root of 25m squared, that is 5m. Square root of 4n squared, that is 2n. So that is 5m minus 2n squared. Questions? Wala ra? Okay. Now down to the last one, class. We have here y is equals to x raised to the power of 4 minus 4x squared minus 45. So how about this one? Unsa tong ma-apply ani class? Okay, very good. General trinomial. General trinomial siya class, pero look at our highest exponent. Pwede ba siyang ma-apply? Ma-apply ba na to
Sir,
ato
pwede
ang
siya ma-difference of squares?
difference of squares? No. Kuan man siya, 45. Dili man perfect square ang 45. Actually, general trinomial is applicable, but the problem here is we have x raised to the power of 4. So, katong general trinomial na to class is, pwede to siya for quadratic, which is x squared lang. So, what we are going to do here, class, monomial, dili po siya pwede katong common monomial. I joke. Yeah, because kuan man siya, wala man tay kuan diri kanang variable sa 45. Diba dapat pareha sila? So what we're going to do here, class, is natay technique. So this one is actually pwede natong gamiton ato ang rational root theorem. Pwede nato gamiton atong synthetic division. Pwede to sila. Okay, pero this one is napud siya pwede nga magamit nga mas easy ra. Pero sa inani ra pud siya nga case. So we are going to have our x raised to the power of 4 is equals to x raised to the power of 2 raised to 2. So nga naman, as you can see, your exponents here are powers of 2. So kani siya pwede ma-divide og 2 and then ang kanipod pwede siyang ma-divide og 2. So ato siyang gi-change ingon ani so that ang imuhang x raised to the power of 4 kay ma-shorten siya or mogamay siya. So, kung ato siyang i-as if nga let x squared is equals to x. Para, ang iyahang forma later on, you can have, di ba, mauman ni siya, y is equals to x squared raised to 2 minus 4 quantity x squared minus 45. So, mao ni siya tong given. And then, nag-let x squared ta nga mahimo na lang siyang x. So that, imong highest degree of your exponent will be power of 2. So, ang may tabuaning x squared na to, ipang-change na to siya into x. So, may mo siya, x squared na lang, because naman tayo squared sa gawas, diba? X man ni siya, and then squared. And then this one, 4, and then ang x squared, mahimo na lang siyang x, and then minus 45. Diba? If we have this one, we can easily factor using general trinomial. Sakto ba, class? Okay. So, moto siya tong goal. So, this one is applicable only if in ani po din yung given. Okay? Not all the time, class ha? If in ani ra ang given. So, moto siyang makapili ka. Pwedeng rational root theorem, pwede pod kani mong gamiton. Since dali na lang kay nato nga we have there x squared minus 4x minus 45. That is general trinomial, di ba? So, what is our factor here? Diba, for general trinomial, kay tanaw na to yung last term. Kuhaon na to yung factors, and then kung atong i-add, dapat na ang answer sa middle term. So, unsa may factor sa 45? Or negative 45 nga kung atong i-add, mahimog negative 4. Negative 45. So, ang factor sa negative 45, di ba, kay 9 o 5. So, it could be negative 9 times 5 or negative 5 times 9. So, asa itong gamiton, ana? Okay, very good. We have x minus 9, quantity, x plus 5. Kay negative 9 times 5, negative 45. Negative 9 plus 5, that is negative 4. So now, since nakita naman kag factor diha, class, you are going to make this one balik sa imuhang x squared. Okay, so kanatanan nimong x diha, imo na siyang i-change og balik sa imong x squared. So kay x naman na, di ba? So imo siya i-x squared balik. So you have there x minus 9, nahimo siya x squared minus 9. And then x plus 5, nahimo siya x squared plus 5. Nasabtan, class? So more siya gi-reverse nimo ba? Okay. And now, is this our final answer? Factored form na ba siya or naapay ma-factor na sadlain? Ma-factor pa ba ang x squared minus 9 or ang x squared plus 5? Let's try to look at. Okay, ma-factor pa ang x squared minus 9. So, our final answer there, di ba ang factor sa x squared minus 9 kay x plus 3, quantity x minus 3. And then copy x squared plus 5. So, that is now your factored form. 4x raised to the power of 4 minus 4x squared minus 45. Okay? So, sa kanira gyud ta nga given, class, basta polynomial gani, basta higher exponent na siya, diha na ka lisod sa factored form. Okay? Pero inikabot ninyong senior high class, easy na lang kay ninyo, kay naman na siya technique, which is binomial theorem. Okay? Pero so far, do you have any questions? So, kaninyong mga na-learn sa inyong grade 10 or lower years, ma-apply gihapon na ninyo siya inig ka senior high ninyo. So, manang ayaw jud kalimti. Okay, so from 29 down to 23. Okay. Sige. Questions, clarifications, violent reactions? Wala?
Wala ka.
Okay, wala ra. So, now class,